everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Maggie. Today we're hopefully doing a crafting vlog. We'll see how this goes. This year I've really been wanting to test out new crafts and new hobbies, or crafts that might become hobbies. In February I really wanted to make candles, and that just didn't happen. I swear I was rarely home one day or the other, or I was just too stressed with work. And so it's March now, near the end of March, and I put that as my goal for March, and you probably won't see this video until April. But that's okay. We're going to try to make candles today, which is really gonna be fun because we're making them out of cans, or we're making them in cans. We're making the candles in cans. These are Arizona green tea bottles or cans. They're honestly just so pretty. I think they're so cute with cherry blossoms. But yeah, I thought I'd bring you along and just see if we can make them today. The day has gotten shorter because of a couple of things, one being a health issue and the other being that I'm now babysitting tonight. So we need to get moving on this. Hopefully it will turn out okay. So strap in, grab a drink, let's get started. Okay, so here are our supplies. We have our cans and a can opener so we can take the top off. We have Crafty Candle Soy Wax. This is from Hobby Lobby. I think I got it on sale, so I don't think it was $12.99. It's 2 pounds of that. A sandpaper to sand down the edges once I cut this open. Candle wicks, of course. I thought these were self-adhesive, but they're not, so I have a hot glue gun. I also had E6000, but I learned that's fabric glue, so I don't know if that'll work. A kitchen scale to measure out how much wax I'm going to use so I can figure out how much scent I'm going to use. So here I have vanilla, Japanese cherry blossom, and warm brownie and hot fudge. That one was leaking, so it's kind of in its own little area right now. And a crock pot. This is how I will be melting the wax. I'm not going to be melting it directly in there. I'm going to be putting the wax in here and then putting these in here in water as sort of like a double boiler situation. So, but first we're going to cut these open and put the wax, the wicks in them. So let's go. Okay, so I actually started the crock pot off screen over here on the table, and I've moved positions because I didn't want to burn my arm in the crock pot. But I put about, I don't know, a couple inches of water in it. I did test beforehand that 3 of these will fit in there. I might have to take out some of the water depending on how much water displaces when I put the cans in there. But now I am cutting the cans with a can opener. It is, where is it? Right there is where I've cut. Just hoping for a nice clean cut all the way around. So I got 3 of these to do. We'll also probably need to wash these out. I'm gonna need to wash these out, but I'm gonna sand the edges as well, so probably gonna speed past this second and third can. Okay, now I'm gonna sand around. Sorry for the sound. Okay, so all of these have been sanded. I'm gonna wash them out real quick. Can I fix this dent? No, okay. All right, I'm gonna wash these out real quick, so be right back. Okay, so we're back. The hot glue gun is hot now, and these are the Wicks Sometimes they come with little tabs on the bottom, like sticky tabs, but these ones did not, and that's okay. I also have a chopsticks, that way when I put the glue on these and put them down into the cans, I can kind of like press it down so I can make sure it sticks. So let's try this out. I don't have much. No, I got enough. I was gonna say I don't have much. Whoop. Okay, there we go. All right, let's see how we can do this, because I'm right-handed. I should have had this over here. That's okay. Okay, hopefully that's enough. Okay. Okay, for this moment, it doesn't look like it's coming off. Hopefully I did that all in view of the camera. If not, maybe this one will. Just try doing it again. That one seemed to go on a little better. Okay, number 2 and last one. This one doesn't feel on as well. No, that didn't stay. Pooey. Alright, well that's just gonna stay on there. Let's try this again. Okay. I think it's on now. All right, there we go. We got 3 cans with our wicks. All right, now we are going to cut this bag open. I hopefully will have enough. These 3 combined are like 34 ounces. If you were to fill them all the way up, but we're not going to fill them all the way up. So hopefully this is enough. Hopefully this is enough wax, because this is 32 ounces. I definitely didn't math that correctly, but whew. Making a bit of a mess, but that's okay. What's a craft without a little bit of mess? Ooh. Yeah, if I can't get the crock pot to get hot enough, then I do have like a pot that I got from the thrift store that I might just do one of them in there, because I want at least one of them to turn out well. Maybe I should go get that started on the stove. Let's do that. Okay, so I got a pot of water started on the stove. And obviously it'll melt down, so I'm gonna have to add more as it melts down. Clean up this little mess right here. Okay. And the wicks will straighten out once everything melts, so that's good. A little more. Yep. Yeah, I only used half the bag so far. So I don't know if it could be fluid ounces and not. Let's put a little more in this one. All right, out of view. There we go. All right, so they're all filled with the soy wax now. The wicks are just hanging out. And let's see if the crock pot is warm enough now. Definitely feels warm. I'll bring you guys over here. It might steam up the camera though. Okay, so here is over the crock pot. Gonna try putting these in here now. We're just gonna put 2. Oh no, no, no. Shoot. Maybe I need to put 3 in here in order for them to not tip over. I don't know why I did that. Oh, I don't like that. I need something to weigh him down. Please hold. Okay, while I figure out the crock pot situation, because that is frustrating me, I'm going to stick this one in this pot. Hopefully it'll stay up. I might need to add a little bit more water in order for it to work a little faster. So, be right back. Okay, so I think what I've discovered is that it doesn't like being in there with 2. Whenever I put the second one in, it topples over. Same with the one in the pot on the stove. So we're just gonna have to do these one by one. I think that one on the stove is probably gonna finish first. It already looks like the wax is melting. I have that on like a medium low, I guess. I don't know, my stove goes up to 8 and it's on 4, so no, it goes up to 10. 10 and it's on 4. This is what it looks like. Obviously it was full like up to here before, and now it's probably down to like about here. So I'm gonna throw some more wax in here probably. Or maybe I'll just wait, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's on a 4 right now. I think I definitely thought that this was going to be a more hands-off version, doing it in the crock pot. I saw someone else do it. Granted, they also did it with mason jars, which are obviously a lot heavier than soda cans or tea cans. But I guess we live and we learn. I love experimenting. It's really fun, and just like crochet, you can just kind of rip it out and redo it if you want. So going to let those cook. We'll see how long the crock pot one takes. The one on the stove definitely is working a lot faster. I just added some more soy wax to it. I have about, I think, maybe half the bag left. So we'll definitely need to add more to the crock pot one and the other one once we get that one going too. So stay tuned. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes. It's fully melted, but I'm going to need to add more. Also, the wick moved, so that's a bit of a problem, but I'm hoping if I just keep it in the middle and just keep adding wax that it'll stay in the middle. Let's go check on the crock pot one. Okay, the crock pot one looks like it is melting, which is good. I don't know if the wicks moved. Obviously, it's not melted as fast as the one on the stove. But, alright, let's add wax to the other one. Okay, so I just added more here. It's melting fairly fast, which is good. I'm gonna get back to my dishes and we'll come back and check on this in a minute. Okay, so this one I topped off and it's almost to like here-ish inside. And the wick is in the middle for the time being. So we're gonna let that cool for a little bit because you have to let it cool before you add the scent. And we're going to add in our other can that we have not started yet, that we tried to put in the crock pot but didn't work. So there's that one. I'll have to find a way to label these because we're doing 3 different scents. We're doing cherry blossom, vanilla, and the fudge brownie one. So we're gonna let this one cook for a little bit and let's check on the crock pot one. Crock pot one. Oh, steamy. Looks like that one is melting down, which is good. I'll add more when that gets like more liquidy, but it's looking pretty good. Definitely is taking longer though. Okay, so we're back. We're gonna start adding our fragrance oil. I want to start with a Japanese cherry blossom. It smells really light, and I did some calculations. Oh, that smells so heavenly. I wish there was smell-o-vision so you guys could smell this, but oh, it smells so good. But yeah, so Japanese cherry blossom. So I did calculations and this is 11.5. We probably used about 10 ounces and a pound of candle wax is like 16 ounces. So we shouldn't need to use this whole thing. Hopefully, knock on wood. Woo. Okay, that gets messy. Ooh. Alright, let's stir that around. Let me see if I have a wooden chopstick. Okay, I found a plastic knife. That'll have to do. Because I don't really want to use my food stuff for non-food crafts. So let me smell this real quick. Gonna be messy. Doesn't smell too fragrant yet, but granted, like, it is going to be when it's burning that's most fragrant. Also heard people use essential oils, but I've heard like mixed things, like you're not supposed to burn essential oils. You're just supposed to like smell them and like use them with carrier oils. So do your own research about that, but it still smells like wax. I just don't want it to be too strong. It's getting messy. At least the house won't smell like onions anymore. It'll smell like Japanese cherry blossom. So I cut up like a whole bunch of onions 2 nights ago, and the whole house smelled like onions, and my husband was like literally crying. Okay. I can't see how much I have left, but it still just smells like wax. I don't know how much it's supposed to smell like. Alright, we're gonna let this go for now and let this solidify. I might need to add more wax later, because sometimes it doesn't. I've watched videos and sometimes it doesn't, like when it solidifies, it doesn't solidify like evenly. So I'm going to wrap the wick around the chopstick so that it stays in the middle while it dries. Which is fine because it's not touching the wax directly, but it'll still stay in the middle. So, alright, we're gonna let this one cool and solidify. I'm not sure how long that will take. Maybe it might be back tomorrow, but we'll see. I'm gonna go check on the one on the stove and the one in the crock pot and see how they're doing. Okay, this is how the one on in the crock pot is doing. I'm gonna add a little bit more wax to this one. It's about halfway full. Okay, got some in the crock pot, but that's okay. Okay, that one is pretty full now. Alright, now it's pretty full. Alright, and let's go check on the one on the stove. Here's the one on the stove. It is pretty full. I think I might add like a tiny bit more, and it's still got some more to melt. No, maybe I'll wait. I'll wait. We'll come back to this one. Okay, so we are back with can number 2. It's still a little warm. I think that should be okay though. I think the wick is loose or it's moved, but it's not moving now, so that's good. Probably could have put a little bit more wax in, and maybe I will, but we'll see. Sometimes you need to melt them a little bit. We're gonna do this one with warm brownie and hot fudge, and this has been leaking for a bit, so I'm not sure, but it's also a lot more fragrant. Like I can smell it this far away from my nose. Whereas the cherry blossom, I feel like I had to stick this up my nose to smell it. So we're gonna put a decent amount, not too much though, because like I said, it's pretty fragrant. All right, and I got another plastic knife. I didn't want to mix colors because I didn't, or flavors, scents, that's the word. But yeah, that bottle's been leaking and I didn't know that. It was in a bin of stuff. See, that I can already, it doesn't smell like wax now, it smells like chocolate. Oh, that's gonna be heavenly. Oh my goodness, you have no idea. I wish you could smell that. If you go to Hobby Lobby, pick that up and open it. Like it is, like if you buy it, like, should I put more in? I'm gonna put the tiniest bit more in. This one is, Mom, don't watch this. This is probably for my mom for her birthday. She used to tell me that there was this candle that she used to have. I don't remember where it was from. I don't know if it was like Yankee Candle or an Amish shop or something like that. But it was like a brownie, like a chocolate brownie type. And she would always say that that's what sold our old house. Because it came in and the house smelled like brownies, which is like such a homey, yummy feeling. But people would always say that, like, oh my gosh, your house smells so good. Also, I have marked the side of the can with like a dry erase marker. I just put F on this one for fudge because that's what flavor this one is. So, oh god, that is, oh, I might have to keep that for myself. Oh my gosh. All right, now I'm going to I don't want to mess up the wick too much, but can you stop it, please? Thank you. Trying to make sure it's fairly straight without pulling it up. All right, I think that will have to do. All right, there's that one. I'm gonna check on the crock pot one, set this off to the side. I'm actually gonna show you the first one we did, because that one is starting to solidify. It is supposed to take a couple hours, but that's been about 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and it's still hot. Like the can is still not hot, but warm. But it's definitely, I'm like squeezing it right now, and it's definitely still liquid. So I think you have to leave this for like a day or two. So, all right, let's check on the crock pot one, because I did add a little bit more to that one. Okay, I did add a little bit more. Maybe it was too much to this one, but I like have like a tiny bit left, but I'll save it just in case we need to add it to the other ones. But all right, we're gonna let this finish melting and then let it cool for a little bit, and then we're going to add vanilla to this one, which is our last one. I don't know how strong this one is, so we'll see. All right, last candle. I think I let this one cool a little too long because it's a little foggy, but oh, this smells divine. All right, so we're putting vanilla in this one. I probably should mark the can with a V so I know this is vanilla. And we're just gonna pour away and see what it smells like. Pretty fragrant. A little more. All right, I think that should be enough. That smells pretty good. Like really good. All right, so we're gonna let these cool now. Probably let them cool overnight, so we'll check back in tomorrow. This is the cherry one, and it looks pretty solidified right now, but I'm still gonna let it cool because actually the can is still pretty warm. But I'm gonna let this one cool longer. The chocolate one, the fudge brownie chocolate one, still needs to solidify more. And then we're gonna prop the wick up on this one. It looks like the wick more than likely stayed intact and didn't come up, so that's good. I just need to make sure that this wick stays up. Okay. Yeah, this one's definitely a bit more full than the other ones, and that's okay. But all right, we'll check back in maybe tomorrow to see how everything looks, and I'll see you then. All right, friends, it has probably been over a week now since I have made the candles, but time has just gotten the best of me and I haven't been able to record. But since one of these candles is going to their new home tomorrow, I thought it'd probably be best to record the final segment and how they turned out. So we made 3 candles. One was like a fudge brownie, chocolate fudge brownie. One was vanilla and one was cherry blossom. I think they all turned out super well. That's them all solidified. This is the chocolate one. They each have like small little divots in them. Like probably just from like little air bubbles and stuff. Like that one's right there. Oh, I also trimmed the wicks and I just chucked one on the floor. Yeah, so I trimmed the wicks. This one is not as full as the other ones. This one's probably just as full. This is the cherry blossom. This is the one that's going to my friend this weekend for her baby shower. And then this is the vanilla one. This probably looks the worst out of the 3 of them. At least the top. There's just like several. There's one big bubble at the top, one there, and then there's another little bubble over there. But altogether, like, I don't think it will affect how the candle will burn. But yeah, super excited about these, super excited to give these. This one will probably go to my mom, the fudge brownie one. This one is going to my friends for her baby shower tomorrow. And this one, I don't know, I might keep it for myself, maybe. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed coming along with me while I start this new, while I did this new craft that I've never done before. It was pretty simple. I'll make sure to link all of the things that I used down below. And thank you to my subscriber. I'll have her comment here for letting me know that she wanted me to record this video and to make this craft and show it off. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!